There are a lot of places in Argentina that doesn't get tourism, and sometimes I think, why? Like this place, Santa Fe. Now I got here yesterday afternoon and the plan was to stay for one night, get off the bus, get into the hostel and do a quick video of the place and leave this morning. But when I looked at the map and I saw there's a lot going on around here, I actually put the camera down, had a walk out yesterday afternoon without the camera just to look at the place itself. I thought I'm going to do this place justice because it feels it does need it. So the city itself, founded in 1573, not actually quite here, about 80 kilometers north, but this region is full of rivers and the original place just kept getting flooded. So 80 years later of having wet feet, they decided let's move it to somewhere that we can't get flooded, and this is it. So 1653, city got relocated to here. Now today is a Sunday. I didn't even realize what day it was until I came out. So you've got families all the way around just chilling in this place, which is Plaza 25th of May. So the buildings around here, that is the government offices. You've got the college over there, and then the courthouse on that side. So Santa Fe is famous within Argentina because this is where the constitution of the country was first drafted, in that building there. So why Santa Fe? Why come here to draft your country's constitution? Well, it was neutral ground, it was central, and more importantly, it wasn't Buenos Aires. They needed somewhere that wasn't the capital because all the provinces were arguing. Buenos Aires was trying to control everything. There were civil wars going on. So this place was just middle ground. It was central geographically, and with the rivers, it was easy to get into the city. Now, right in the center is an obelisk. And this was built to mark the importance of the Argentine Constitution of 1853. Now, at the moment, all the kids are using the ramp as a slope for their bike rides. Bless them. So as I said, I had a wander around yesterday afternoon. I went down to the port side, which is being rejuvenated. I'm going to do that for the next video. But there's another massive park down that way, which I'm going to have a wander down to show you the river. Just there is the cathedral of the city. I mean, look at that. That's old. Now, because it's a Sunday, there's a service going on right now, so I'm not going to have a wander in. Might be a bit rude going in with my camera. There's a lot of boutique coffee shops around here as well. And obviously a nice little fountain. But yeah, after only an afternoon of walking around, I do like this place. And the other reason I was going to stay for an extra night here was because of the fact I mentioned in the last video that I needed laundry doing. Unfortunately, as I said, it's a Sunday and there is nothing open. That's an old church. It's got a date on there, 1660. So at the moment I am wearing my last clean t-shirt, my last clean pair of shorts, and I am leaving first thing tomorrow morning to go to the next place to do laundry. Now I am just having a walk around here, and I've just seen my first tourist map. Have a look at this. That's cool. There's an actual route that you can do with an explanation of everything that you see. Now, yesterday when I went down to the port side, I did bump into a tourist information office that was open on when I worked it out, Saturday night. And the woman there, oh my God, the perfect person for tourism. She was so enthusiastic, and she gave me maps, she gave me stuff to see. I was like, oh, you've given me too much to look at. Look at that. And the fact there's a hostel here that's been open for a month, maybe they are starting to think that backpackers will be coming here. So from the Plaza 25th of May, I'm just going to have a little wander around, and this is one of the main museums of the city, Brigadier General Lopez Museum, but it looks like an old colonial house. Late 1700s, early 1800s. And I just had to Google that. It's not that I know it off by heart. And then you can go around to another square. Oh wow. So the museum itself doesn't open till 4 o'clock this afternoon. So I'm going to have to give it a miss, because it is lunchtime. Oh, look at all this lot. Now, even though that map, tourist map that I just saw, looks a bit dirty, faded, they are taking the tourism quite serious around here. Talking to the girl, oh, beautiful over there. Wow. And the girl was trying to explain that the tourist map that you can get online is in English. To be honest, I've not even checked it yet. So this is quite unusual. Most statues that you get in Argentina are of male generals, male politicians, but this is the wife of a Spanish viceroy. She's not really connected to the power, just by marriage. Girl power is all I say. And you've got the columns behind, which is the European feel. And then you've got another, is that a museum? Church. Yeah, it's another museum, but look at it. So I'm guessing it was a church with the bell tower. Oh, I like that. There is a lot going on around here. Oh, what's that? So this is just something that was built by the Catholic Mission in 1984. But it's got a little sign there which translates as, I was a stranger and you welcomed me, which is very true for me. especially last night in the hostel when the owner had a family party, which in Argentina means they start about 11 o'clock at night, and I was just sort of going to bed as the party got started, and they were very welcoming. But I was like, no, I need sleep. Right, I think the river is down that way. And the river is down there, but I've just met this bloke here, Juan de Garay. Look at him with his slick back hair. But he is the founder of the city. The original one, before they moved it all up here. I am surprised that there are not hundreds of tourists around here, because they have looked after this place, the historical side. And as I said, with the port side being rejuvenated, it's definitely worth coming to. However, and it's not a big however, this place attracts a lot of mosquitoes. Obviously, a lot of water. I've been bitten a few times this morning. Even now I'm like, ow, 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 ow. I should have sprayed myself. And if you're the sort of person that mosquitoes like, keep yourself covered. But now outside another museum. This looks like the sort of place where monks would live, I'm guessing. It's beautiful. I was going to walk down to the river, but I got distracted by this place. And it's quite big. Look at the size of that. And there you go, there's a statue of a monk. There you go, the convent San Francisco. It's a national historical monument. So what I thought was the river is actually a lake. The river is just over there. But here you got a lot of wildlife, a lot of birds. Right, where's this river? Let's go and find it. Right, I followed the map towards the river, and as you can see, I'm not quite there. It is just beyond that building there. And Santa Fe is a big port city with a major network of rivers around here. And I still can't see the river. I mean, that's 60s, 70s building. Now, as I said, there is rejuvenation all the way down that way. So I can't really see the river quite yet. So I'll go around this afternoon. So I guess you'll have to wait until the next video to see the river, because that's a bit too far to walk down just to see a bit of water. But I'm going to have a quick wander around here. Now, a lot of cities and towns I go to, for a 15-20 minute video, I'll walk around for about 3-4 hours to get good stuff. I think I've been here for about half an hour. And I know already that I'm going to have to cut out a lot of stuff, which shows you there's a lot happening in Santa Fe. I have been walking around for the last 45 minutes as a tourist without my camera, and I keep forgetting to film stuff. That's how much I'm enjoying this place. But I've just found this. This is random. It's a lighthouse. That is something you don't see inland. So this would have been used for river navigation, for the Parana River system. I mean, it does look out of place, like someone's just dropped a massive seaside landmark in the middle of a park. Across over there is the lake itself. Like I said, just wandering aimlessly, and up there is a theatre. How cool is this? It's an outdoor amphitheater. So many seats. And the stage itself, you could put a full pantomime on up there. So I've come to a little cafe, and it's overlooking the square, and it's just a nice little view. And I thought I'd spend a little bit of my budget on a cappuccino and a pastry. My budget can cover it for the day. I'm going to enjoy this. I mean, it's a pastry. Yeah, that'll be nice. That coffee was needed. So I've just taken a nice stroll back. The hostel's about a 5-minute walk away, just down there. And even in this area, you've got these old buildings. So that's his Ministry of Security. So this is Plaza San Martin. You've got a fire station over there, and a little memorial there to the firefighters with the old style fire truck. That's quite cool. And in the center, the statue of General San Martin, an icon within Argentina. Now, I did in a couple of videos ago make a little joke about the statue, General San Martin, pointing, which did upset a few of the people in the comments. And I have been told that the statue of San Martin always points to the Andes. Now, I'm a little bit confused with this one because it's actually pointing northeast. I've just checked with my phone, which means he's actually pointing towards, I don't know, Paraguay, Brazil. So I'm not too sure what's happened with him. But it's time to go back to the hostel. It has been a fantastic time just walking around. And that is why I go off the beaten track and just do not follow all the rest of the backpackers. You find places like this. Now I've covered the historical side. The next video is going to be the modern side of Santa Fe, the rejuvenation. So I just saw this one here, another female statue. But if you've enjoyed this little walk around, then all you got to do is press that like button. If you want to see what Santa Fe is like today, then subscribe. But until the next time, I'm off to the hostel. Bye bye for now.